Spirituality Speaks. I am your host, Melissa ROMAK, and today we are talking about some really cool divination stuff, and we have a very special announcement. We are with our Le Cafe today. Need the caffeine, and thank you so much for joining us on episode 2. Today is Monday, July the 25th, and today we are talking about having our special guest. Very first special guest on Spirituality Speaks. Her name is Diana Robertson, but you might know her better from Runes and Ravens. You can find her on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon. She's like everywhere. Discord. I love her. But you might also know her as Lillian Oak. Okay. Or I think it's LF Oak. Yes. LF Oak is what her pen name is, because she's also an established author. And guys, she took my call, which is super cool, but I love her. I've been watching her. I got on TikTok about a year ago. And when I found her, I was attracted. She has ravens tattooed, and I have a very, very tight, close connection with ravens myself. They are one of my first spirit animals ever, right after, the sparrow. And ravens came in and showed me the beauty of the shadows. And I was just learning runes. I was actually making Oracle Deck 3 of the Melissa ROMAK from ROMAK Studios Travelers deck series. And this is a deck of runes. And then I found Diana. So it was just absolutely spiritually aligned. And next Monday, August 1st, the third episode of Spirituality Speaks, we will be airing our interview with Diana. So a few things that I wanted to mention about Diana, because I'm going to get her links for you. I'm going to make sure that they're down below. But two of her books that definitely were, I don't know if most popular or most known, were The Lost Voice and The Dragon Cager. Now, The Dragon Cager I'm going to purchase and read, and I will let you guys all know. I will be honest, I recognized her book covers, and I feel like I've read one of them. There's one of them I connect with. I feel like I've read it before, but when you're a reader and you read so many books that you don't remember all of them, that's where I'm at. So I think it was very serendipitous that I was able to speak with her and get a reading from her, multiple readings from her, because she is always bang on. And if you're interested about runes or ravens, go check her out. I will make sure to put her link below. Now, one thing that I want to talk about. So when I did runes, so Spirituality Speaks is about talking about all different kinds of practices, all different kinds of spirituality. Runes. So where do runes come from? Usually they're not in cards. Usually they are in stones or bones or crystals, or they're even being made from plastic nowadays and resin. But they actually originated like way, way, way back when. I made sure I made notes of all the research that I did. So I had to go back and find my research from when I originally made this rune deck. And this is my watercolor artwork background, but all of these are runes. So I'm showing you guys these to show you what runes look like if you're not familiar. It's the symbol in the middle. Never mind the number. The number is a ROMAK Studios thing. Right? So all of these that mean different things. Runes are really, really great because they allow the person using them for divination to really use their intuition. There's no real book on runes. You can find books, you can read books on runes. But when you're actually reading the stone, you have to be connected to spirit and channeling to really feel what you feel and trust in your intuition and your own feelings. So anybody that's learning to read tarot, for myself and my own personal journey, because that's all I can speak for, runes really help me with that, because they make you trust yourself, right? So you might be asking, where do runes come from, right? So it's actually Old English. So Originally, it was called the Vikings alphabet, and as discovered by Odin, right? Odin visits me a lot. I have had connections with Odin and Freya for years and years and years and years. For years, I didn't know it was Freya. I had no idea who it was. I had an inkling it was Odin, but I never thought for myself, like, oh, little old me, why would Odin visit me or anything like that? Well, it's not, see, in the spirit world, it's hard to explain, like the other side or the bigger worlds, multiple, they are infinite. So it's hard for our human brains to understand where we're in one place at one time, right? But when you're consciousness, you can be everywhere all at once. So Odin can be with me and you and your brother and your sister and your mom and your dad all at the same time. Infinite. God, right? But anywho, so that's where it actually originally came from. And that was back in the 17th century, just before the 17th century. And it was called a run. Now I'm probably going to butcher these pronunciations, guys, but I'm going to try my best, okay? So it's called a run, which is a secret or mystery, which I found very interesting because when you take ravens are known for being able to get secrets from the shadows, right? So ravens and runes being interconnected to one another is very, I was about to say normal, but it's very often. It's often that it happens, people that connect. Wow, this music is like banging. Okay, so back to runes. After the 17th century, Old English came in and called it the runes, right? Runier. Please let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. But it's a magic sign or hidden lore. And that was the Old Norse that came in and then started calling it that. Because it is finding a secret or something that was hidden within you, right? When you do a reading, that's what we're doing with tarot cards or runes or oracle cards or rune cards. You are reading the energy that is within the other person. That's how that works, right? So, used as a divination tool now, you will find runes being used by bone readers. You will find runes being used by tarot card readers. Oh, and one just wanted to pop up, which is Inugus. My pronunciation is still not great, but it's New Beginnings, Fertility, Protection of Home. Very pertinent to the right now, right? Protection of home for all of us, especially those with a uterus, but new beginnings, what we're doing right now to share with the world, right? That's why I did this show, Spirituality Speaks, is to share these things with the world and to talk about different divination tools and to bring peace and inclusivity, that because you practice a different way than I practice doesn't make you better than me or me better than you. We're all linear. There's no one in front of you on their path or behind you or higher or lower. Okay? So ravens. Now, my connection with ravens. Oh my gosh. I have had a massive connection with ravens my whole life. From the time I was a little girl, I always loved ravens and dragons. And sorry, I'm channeling. There's a message coming through about a raven. Apparently there's one in particular that likes to follow me. I never really know if it's the same one, but I'm being told it is definitely the same one. And this dude has followed me all over Alberta. People have traveled with me and didn't believe it until they saw a raven going from post to post to post to post following the car. And then seeing the same raven hours later in a different area. So ravens, when they make that connection with you, it's a lifetime connection. It's not something that, is an in and out thing. But ravens are known for being in and out of the spirit world. So if you have a connection with the raven, I feel like that is already telling you that you have some deeper gift that you need to start exploring. Because when you have a deep connection with ravens, it's, I feel, Spirit's way or the universe's way of telling you You have a gift, you have an ability. It's time to really look within and start, with meditation, quiet time, quiet space, do that, what makes your soul sing, right? Because that's what's going to open your energy to the signs and signals that are around you, right? So ravens being the in and out of shadows, they are also usually known as a bad omen. I think this is because, people are scared of the dark. People are scared of the darkness. And the thing is that in order to get to that amount of light, like you meet anybody who is highly, highly, highly successful in life, and I'm not talking about monetarily only, in life, they have always, 99.9% of the time, have they gone through some massive struggle to get to that amount of success in their life, to live a healthy, balanced lifestyle, work-life balance, children, family, relationships are life, right? So those people have had to suffer that darkness in order to see that type of light. And you can say, oh, well, it's just changing your perspective. Sure. But if you want to change your perspective, be prepared for spirit to call in for you lessons that are going to change your perspective. When those lessons come to you, accept them with grace and love. Accept yourself with grace and love and compassion. We are human beings. None of us are perfect. None of us are high and mighty. None of us are, never do anything wrong. We all make mistakes. We all follow our ego sometimes. That's normal. Welcome to being a human being, right? But there is so much research and lore and magic around ravens that you can find if you just do a little googly-goo search, right? Runes and ravens. You can find Diana. We're going to have her on. We're going to talk more about ravens and more about the history of ravens, more about the magical meanings of ravens. And I also want to ask her about her connection with ravens and how that came to be, because I do believe it is really a spiritual sign. Like, I have them all over my house. I have this guy. I have another 2 or 3 more, right? And so, yeah, some people see ravens as something dark, but I see it as a sign for a deeper perspective. Ravens show you to widen your perspective, get a deeper perspective. Not darker light, just deeper. And sometimes it's darker to get to that light. You got to walk through the darkness, through the fear to get to the other side that is the light. And it's scary. And it causes you anxiety and stress. But those are all human emotions. If you connect with your higher self, right? And my candle's going crazy. If you connect with your higher self, there's no wind in here, guys, and it is going nuts. I'm sure you can see the reflection, but that is when you're able to feel that peace within here of those human emotions and recognize that that is ego, human emotion, and it makes it easier to walk through because you realize it's a moment, just a time, just a page. You are the book that has all these times and moments and pages that make the book. But don't forget, if you're struggling right now, that this is just a time, right? So, in closing, for those of you that are not aware, I do tarot card readings and oracle readings. You do get free readings over on ROMAK Readings on YouTube. So you can just search ROMAK Readings, ROMAK Readings, and there's free ones up there. I post them all the time. Spirit kind of goes like, and I just have to do it. So if I get it out, then it makes me feel better. And I think that's the thing about a lot of readers who struggle with these feelings that aren't theirs and they think they're theirs. They're not yours. You're feeling the collective. You're feeling people around you. You're feeling your neighbors. You're feeling, something you just watched or participated in an event or activity. And you're full of all that energy. And that's all it is energy. You within yourself are a peaceful being. You within yourself can sit in that space of gratitude. Living the attitude of gratitude is about being grateful for this experience, regardless of what it is. And what people don't understand is when you really get there to that place of gratitude for the experience, it moves quicker. You get through the experience faster, which is what you want to do. But just trying to hide it, turn it, not feel the pain is going to keep it inside, and it will poison your life slowly. So you have to be careful. I know I wore a hat today. I was just feeling it. Honestly, just totally au naturel today. Just woke up a little while ago. Wanted to record this and get it out there right now because I was feeling so passionate about doing it. And that's when you have to do it, is in the now. Not tomorrow, not later, not when I have a plan, not when I have all of these things set up. Right now. When we are done with this video, when you are done watching this video, I want you to get up and do something that you've been meaning to do. Something that brings joy to your soul that you've been meaning to do. Not laundry, dishes. Come on now. Something that really feeds your soul. Go write something. Write a poem. Go ride a bike. Go take a walk. Go play with your dog. Spend time with your kids. Whatever makes your soul sing. Paint a painting. Write a song. Sing. Dance. Go do something, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Put on your favorite song and dance around the house on Bust. And then comment below and let me know what you did. And maybe you'll get a chance for a free rating. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. We are going to take a quick moment of gratitude. We're going to put our feet on the ground. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then we'll talk about what we are grateful for. Okay, you ready? I am grateful for the ease of which this endeavor has already been successful in touching those that it was meant to. One episode, already getting messages and people saying how much it touched them. And that means a lot to me because that's the purpose of it. So thank you so much. I love you all. And right as we get into this wicked tune, I'm going to turn you off and I'm going to move it out a little into my happy dance. And I love you guys so much. Have a great week. Powerful week. Make it amazing. Love you.